Hello, today we're going to talk about the concept of accrued leave of a service member in a military divorce matter. So service members accrue up to 30 days of paid leave every year. And upon their separation, honorable separation from the military, that accrued leave can be paid out as a cash payment based on the amount of time that's been accrued. So for example, you would take the daily service members' pay calculated by looking at their annual pay for the year, and then multiply that by the amount of days of accrued leave they have. And at that time, that can be a significant cash payment to the service member upon separation. One of the difficulties, though, in a divorce matter is that it's impossible to know, in most instances, at the time of divorce, whether a member will have any leave left when they actually separate from the military. I can envision a scenario where during the divorce process the member separates, and at that point the accrued leave will be known and the payout will be known, so that can be determined to be divided somehow between the spouses if appropriate. However, the most likely scenario is the divorce occurs while the service member is still in the service. And so there's two different ways of looking at whether accrued leave is an asset at this point. From the service member's perspective, if you value the accrued leave at the time of the divorce and the service member then uses the leave, then there is no actual cash payment due to him or her. So that was an asset that was divided as a piece of property that doesn't actually exist. From the ex-spouse's perspective, at the time of divorce, the service member does have accrued leave, potentially, if there is any, and he or she may, by not addressing the issue of leave, be leaving some money on the table if in fact there is a cash payout at the end of the service member's time in the military. It's very difficult to address this issue, but it is something that spouses should be aware of, if nothing else then as a negotiating point, because this has the potential to be an asset that has significant value. And even though the circumstances are rather vague about how it could ever be paid out in the context of a divorce, there are instances where it might be relevant, and then the spouses should be aware of that to make sure that there is a fair division of all benefits.